Our next story is from Africa, where something big is unfolding, an energy revolution. That's what Ethiopia is calling it. This is a rugged, landlocked country located in East Africa, the Horn of Africa, and it is mired in conflict. But now Ethiopia has united to celebrate. It is all set to inaugurate GERD, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. As the name suggests, this is a dam towering 145 meters high and stretching nearly 2 kilometers. Its reservoir is roughly the size of Greater London, or about double the size of Singapore. GERD is one of the biggest dams in the world and the biggest hydroelectric plant in Africa. It has been under construction for more than a decade now, costing Ethiopia a whopping $5 billion. It was built entirely with Ethiopian money, no foreign loans, no international aid, just people and the government funding the project. And tomorrow, Ethiopia will throw the switch. So national fervor is high. But in the Sudan and Egypt, the mood is far less celebratory. Tensions are high and the reasons run deep. And to understand why, we need to look at history and a map. This dam is built along the river Nile. Now, when we talk about the Nile, we almost always associate it with Egypt. But in reality, that is not the case. This river, the Nile, touches 10 other African countries, and the dam is built on a tributary of the Nile River called the Blue Nile. It originates in Ethiopia. It joins the White Nile in Khartoum, which is the capital of the Sudan. So this dam is located at a critical juncture for Ethiopia, the Sudan, and Egypt, 3 countries. But why the fight? Well, like with most border disputes, it goes back to a colonial-era treaty. In the 1920s, Britain, which controlled Egypt at the time, signed a deal. It guaranteed Egypt 80% of the Nile's waters. But Ethiopia was not consulted. And for decades, it rejected this agreement. In 2011, Ethiopia announced a new plan. They call it Project X. That plan became GERD. Of course, Egypt was not happy. 86% of the water that reaches Egypt originates from Ethiopia. And a dam would make things complicated.
You will develop and grow, and I am with you. But beware that in Egypt, the people live only on the water that comes from this river.
Egypt lobbied the world, it warned of conflict, it threatened war, but over time, its fortune declined. Political instability grew and its focus shifted. Meanwhile, Ethiopia stood firm. It gathered support from African nations, it mobilized funds from citizens, and it kept building. Throughout, a series of failed negotiations came and went. At one point, the US got involved. During his first term, US President Donald Trump tried to broker a deal, but Ethiopia walked away, accusing the US of siding with Egypt. To this day, the standoff continues. Ethiopia says the dam is essential. Now, this is a country that is home to 130 million people. Many are without electricity. The dam could power 60% of Ethiopia, its homes and industries. It will be a major boost to the economy. But the Sudan and Egypt fear the worst. Egypt depends almost entirely on the Nile. The Sudan too relies on it for water. They worry that Ethiopia can control the flow and use the dam as a weapon. If there's a conflict, Ethiopia can use the dam to cause destruction in both these countries without any weapons. That's what Egypt and the Sudan fear. So ahead of the inauguration, Egypt has upped the rhetoric. It says that water security is a quote-unquote red line. Will things get worse then? Realistically, a military strike on the dam is unlikely. It would be disastrous for all sides. Egypt knows it, and war-torn Sudan has enough to deal with already. So for now, Ethiopia celebrates. Downstream, as the Sudan and Egypt boil, Ethiopia refuses to dampen its mood. After all, this mighty dam could change its fortune.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion kakaijmo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4 兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.